Hello everyone and welcome back to Two Shores One Story. I'm your host Matthew, and today I wanted to talk about being sick in Japan. If you heard last week's episode, you may have heard me sniffling, and the reason for that was because I was starting a cold. Did I have a clue? No, I had no idea. I thought maybe it would go away, like I had a sore throat, and then I just had some sniffles, and I thought that would be it. But on Wednesday, I did not feel good, and I, in fact, had to leave work early. My teachers told me to do that and to go to a doctor, so I wanted to talk about that today because that's really the only thing that happened that was exciting this week, so that's what we're going to talk about. Well, I'll talk about today, though. The day of recording this, I went to Shokawa, which is a little town near, well, not really near, it's about 15 minutes away from my placement where I live now, and we had an English day there. An English day is basically when more than, an ALTs come to a school, and we do activities with different levels, different age groups of kids. So we had one at Shokawa, and they have a new school. It's a beautiful school, and we had a lot of fun. It was really nice. The kids are all so kind. And what's nice about Shokawa is that it's not elementary and middle. It's all together. So we had a whole great time with the grade 3s and 4s and then 5s and 6s. And then we hung out with the middle school students. And that was fun. Yeah. So anyways, being sick in Japan. So yeah. On Wednesday, I did not feel good. I was just like coasting through classes, having to blow my nose every 30 minutes. Like, it was just not great. Then I was told to go home early, and I did. And then I was supposed to go to a doctor. So I tried to find some clinics. So I asked some other ALT people like where they go, and I found some answers. I had 2 options. So I went to the first one because it opened earlier, but I then realized that wasn't a great idea, because if you have like cold symptoms, you're supposed to call and you need to make a reservation. I was at the parking lot and I had to do that, and I was like, well, okay. So I did, and about that time, it was 3:30. They told me that I would have to come at 4:30, like in an hour, and I was like, I don't want to be here. That I'm already here, right? So I went to the other clinic, and that was a good idea because I was able to walk in. I had to fill out a form of what symptoms I had, and well, I'm really glad that I know some kanji and that I've been reading a lot of medical stuff because I knew most of what was going on. So I think it was asking me like, do you have a sore throat? Is your nose runny? Are you lethargic? That kind of stuff. So yeah, I just filled that out, and that was pretty easy. And then I waited for a long time to get into the checkup room just for the doctor to examine me. And yeah, it was very quick. I was very shocked about how quick it was. I waited 40 minutes or up to an hour. And I went into the doctor's room for maybe 10 minutes. It was very short. Yeah, he just asked me, well, first of all, he wanted to look in my mouth, and he grabbed a popsicle. But I have a really high gag reflex, so that didn't work out. So he just looked in it without the popsicle. And then I got my blood pressure checked. And while that was happening, I think he was telling me the medicine he was supposed to give me, and it was just so fast. I did not know what was going on. But I think what I did get out is that he gave me cold medicine and allergy medicine, because I said that my eyes were itchy, But really, it was just they had a lot of pressure and they were tearing up because of the pressure in my nose. So I didn't really need eye drops, but doctor's orders, so that's what I got. So yeah, that was it. Then I got my stuff and I paid at the hospital, and then I went to get my prescription medicine. And I had an opposite experience at the pharmacy because they really explained everything very thoroughly. I had 6 or more types of medicine. I had antibiotics that I had to take in the morning after breakfast. I had to take 3 kinds, 3 capsules after each meal. So those came in individual bags. I got eye drops. I got a kind of gargling solution, which I think might be iodine, but I'm not too sure. But you put like a few drops in a vessel, and then you put water up to one third water, depending on the vessel. And you just gargle that, and you gargle it once or every day for six times per day. That's what I want to say. Did I do that? No, because I was busy, but I gargled when I could, basically. I also got 2 other kinds of medicine, but I didn't use them because I just think the person said I didn't have to take them, and I didn't quite fully understand what they were for, so I just didn't. But I think one was for if I have a fever, and the other thing, well, I have no idea. So those were the different medicines I got. And I do remember being in Japan the other time, and it's basically the same thing. I got a lot of medicine and only a few actual things I need to take, and there's just some extra stuff. It was very odd, but whatever. So I got those medicines. Then after that was done, I met with another ALT because I know they were sick. So I asked if they wanted to get food because I didn't want to cook. I didn't want to. So we went to this family restaurant called Joyful, and at Joyful there is this karage teishoku, this fried chicken set meal, and it's like 548 yen, which is $5.48 equivalent, roughly, very roughly. And it's just it's really good. Like, you get full because of it. It's a lot of stuff for that cheap. It's one of my favorite things to get. And the miso soup is so good at Joyful. I don't know why, but it's just very strong, really salty, but it's good. It's really good. And I remember at a time I really didn't like miso soup. I really didn't. I don't know why. Why was I like that? Because miso soup is so good. I get really happy when I get miso soup during Kyushoku. If I get any other type of soup, I kind of like, because it's not very flavorful. But if you get a really good flavor miso soup, it's just so good. Just the perfect amount of saltiness. It's just very nice. And that's really great for when you're sick. A nice soup, right? So that's where I wanted to go. So me and my friend ALT went there and had a great meal. Then I went to a supermarket just to get some drinks like ginger ale and water, sports drinks, that kind of stuff, and went on my way. Then my Thursday was, I could have rested at home, but luckily enough, my school had a test day on Thursday, so I just sat on my desk and did my own stuff for the whole day, which is great because I had to work on my presentation that I had to do the next day, because we have a thing in our prefecture called Skills Development Conference, SDC. We have it twice per year, and the RPAs, which is a regional prefectural advisor, have to present. It's part of our job description, and I'm an RPA, so I was talking about team teaching. Woohoo. And I had to, I had to do my presentation. So I did some of it before, obviously, but I needed to put my references down. So I had to like do all that and make it APA, which I haven't done in a while. So that was kind of fun to do, and just worked on it, like edited it and blah, blah, blah. And I think I finished it until, well, I had that, did that all day basically, along with marking or whatever my teachers wanted me to do, and called people and blah, blah, blah. It was a productive day, and I was very happy. Then after, I was like, I want curry. Oh, I got a haircut. That's what I did. So I got a haircut, and then I got curry. So you always feel good after a haircut, and it works after you're sick too, like, or during your sickness. I felt great. My hairdresser does so well, and I'm very happy to have him. And I don't know why, but it's the power of sitting in his chair that my Japanese level just goes up so well. I don't know why, but we have great conversations, and I'm very happy to do that. It was very interesting. But yeah, after that, I went to have curry, because curry is also great when you're sick, because it makes your, the nose work. I did not get that spicy. I didn't get a too spicy curry, but it was still good. I got karaage chicken curry, and I always like to get a topping with my curry, or toppings, so I get full vegetable, which has potatoes, carrots, that kind of stuff. Very important. And in my area, you can get a hita beef croquet, and I love that so much. It's so tasty. For those who don't know what a croquet is, well, I don't know how to explain it either, really. But let's say maybe it's potato. I don't know. But let's say you have in this thing, it's potato in the center, not potato, hita beef in the center. And surrounding that is potato. And then it's deep fried in, just has crumbs on it or whatever. This is a really bad description. Please look at Google and search croquet. It is a French thing. In Japanese, it's called croquet, and I think in French it's croquet. Croquette? I don't know. I'm not French either. But please look at it. It's very tasty, and I really like croquet. And I just love getting the hita beef croquet. It's just such a nice thing to have. So that curry made me very happy. Then I went home, worked more on my presentation until whatever time, and then I decided, well, I'm done. I've done everything I can. I'm going to watch Dr. X, because why not? So I watched maybe 1 or 2 episodes of Dr. X, and then I went to bed quite early. I woke up very early on Friday, got ready, put my suit on, and went out the door, picked up 3 ALTs, and then we went on the bus. And I was not feeling very good. I was, sick, so I had 2 drinks with me. I drank a lot of fluid when I was sick. I did. So I had a sports drink, and I had milk tea that was hot, and I drank that. And what else for breakfast? I had scones, chocolate scones. I had 6 of that, and then I had my medicine as well. Excuse me. Yeah, so that was a fun time. And then I made it. We arrived at the venue on time, and I just got prepped. I got ready for my room. I asked for a microphone, and they graciously gave me one. That was very nice of the team to do that for me. And after the big presentation happened, we got a picture taken, and then we went to our room to do our breakout session, which is what my session was. So it was 50 minutes, and just I wasn't, too sure how it would go. It's hard to know what people don't know and what they do know about a certain topic, and teaching is quite a broad topic. I think you can talk about it for 50 minutes, you can talk about it for 15 minutes, you can talk about it for 5 days. Like, really, it's just very difficult to talk about. But what I wanted to do in my session was have just a lot of discussion time. And I had 3 different types of tools, I guess, that built on each other, built on one another, I should say. And yeah, so I wasn't too sure how this presentation would go, and I was upset because I like to move around and talk to people when they're doing the discussion, but I couldn't do that because I was sick, so I just stood in the corner and did my thing. We had I tried to manage the time pretty well, but I did give a lot of opportunity for people to talk, so that was good. And I feel some people after the talk told me that they really appreciated that we had a lot of discussion, and they appreciated that they liked the questions, so that was really good. It made me feel great. It was nice. After that, it was done. The first half was done, so we went for lunch, me and some other ALTs, and I barely had time to eat. It was still good, but unfortunately, I just didn't have time because we had to go back to have our little region meetup, so people of the region could meet their RPAs and meet other people, and we kind of know each other pretty well. So I just got the new ALTs to introduce themselves, and then I asked everybody like what kind of activities or events they want to do, because it's kind of hard to think about events, and I was really glad I did because there's a lot of stuff I did not know that we could do, so I'm excited for the future, and we'll have to see if I can talk about those. But yeah, that was good. Then we split off into our different groups, so municipal ALTs and prefectural ALTs split. And as with municipal, we had a really lovely group, what's it called, keynote session maybe, and he talked about classroom management, and it was really, really good, very good. He did very well. And then we did our materials fair, where we share what kind of event activities or games we do in our classes. And that was really it. After, we had a little 5 minutes for special notes to talk about for municipal jets, and then we went on our way home. We went back home. We took the expressway bus, and yeah, I was tired. So on Saturday, I just really did nothing. I slept in, and that was great. I didn't have a day yet to really just do nothing. So I just rested. I watched YouTube, and then my friend came. I gave him my earphones the day before because he had to listen to some lectures. So I was nice and I gave him my earphones, but then he came and I was sick, right? So I was like not feeling good. Anyways, I had to get dressed and greet him to get my AirPods. And he was commenting that there was some clothes on the ground, which they were clean, but they were still on the ground. And I felt embarrassed. So after he left, I cleaned my apartment. Isn't that how it is? That's just how it is. You have one comment and you're suddenly inspired to clean your house. And even though I was sick, so I did laundry, I cleaned, did all that kind of stuff. And then I went to a tonkatsu restaurant to get chicken toridon, chicken in a bowl, chicken donburi. And I also got miso soup, of course. So yeah, that's what my week was looking like. I hope, well, I wanted to talk about how I was sick, but then I kind of verged into other topics. I hope that's okay. But yeah, I am on the mend now. I've been taking less of my medication. I've been feeling better. I just have like a slight cough, and sometimes my nose is weird, but I think it's okay. So I'm looking forward to a day when I'm fully healthy again. Yes. So anyways, I'm going to leave it there. It's been, I think it's been long enough. So I will see you later.